So today is going to be a little bit different of a video, and I know I haven't posted in a really long time, but I'm going to go ahead and play this clip from what the McDonald's baby mama said, and then we'll come back and cut it up. She also posted a response, so I'll be posting that as well. But ultimately, I agree with her. So just watch the video, see how you feel, leave your comments down below.
Y'all, every fucking day my baby daddy come here with one fucking meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose the out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
So what are you talking about? What are you mad
Them
about?
my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So what you?
So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't give my food stamps to the 7.
Lisa, how is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help him. I'm trying to help my son.
How are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings?
Lisa,
them are his siblings
Lisa,
though.
He
not finna eat in front of all his other siblings, and they're not eating on McDonald's. Why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you telling me that I gotta bring my son food? I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound f***ing dumb.
How is that shit dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are they daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's?
So
you know I get food stamps on the 11th.
That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What
Yeah,
do I look like?
they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
No, the f*** I did.
Yes, you did.
You expect me to take care of all the kids? They're not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Why are you recording me?
Because I'm exposing. Everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy.
I'm a good daddy.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're full of shit in this bullshit. You only come here with one piece of food for one child.
The child that's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all. Then he can't take that shit. He can't eat it.
Maybe if you had 1 or 2, I can maybe. You got it's 3 extra kids. What the? You all going to my mother account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings, though. Dumb.
So that's what you gonna go with. That's the one you gonna.
Those are your fucking kids' siblings.
They're my. So that means
yeah.
I take care of them.
So don't. No, I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. Lisa, you know I get my food stamps on the 11th.
Your babies.
Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kid as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel the way about him eating, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid in the room.
Send him down to the car. He ain't got to eat in front of his brothers and sisters. He can come right out to the car and eat with me.
No. You know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here. Give it here. Give it here. Dumb. He ain't eating this. You.
Why don't you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids. You stupid. Selfish as a like you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that shit. Dumb.
Take care of him anyway.
Dumb. He not finna do that. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. Bash. So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids.
You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them. And they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's though? That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's then. Period.
I don't know, maybe I have a different perspective and maybe it's a hot take, but I personally agree with her. Every guy that I date or see or have seen, I've made it very clear to them that I will not let any of my children feel like an other. Mind you, I do only have one child currently, but it's very important to me that she never feels like another. So if you're going to bring your child food when it's my time to have all of my children, then you need to bring all of them food. If you want to treat your child special when they're just with you, that's fine. I totally get that. But there's no need to go out of your way to make the other kids feel some type of way because you only brought one child's food. This is my opinion. I have only seen the one video, so maybe there's another perspective out there. But personally, like, I'm not going to put my other kids out. This is honestly the biggest reason why I don't know if I want more kids, because personally, like, my daughter now has a really, like, okay setup. I feed all of my attention into her, and she gets a lot of resources because she's the only child from her dad and from myself. So she goes to daycare now, and then supposedly he's gonna help her go to private school, but if I have to pony up and pay for private school, that's fine. Now, if I had 2 kids, I would definitely require that both of them go to private school, because I'm not going to have one kid going to private school and one kid going to public school. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I want both of my kids to have all of the same resources and advantages in life. I don't want them to feel like they had 2 completely different upbringings, even though I know that this does happen in some cases. Personally, that is not something that I ever want my children to experience, so that's very important to me. I want my children not necessarily to have all of the same things, because similarities or the same does not equal fair, and life honestly is not fair. And the reason I say that is because, let's say one child is really good at math and one child is very good at sports. So if I get them both math teachers, it's probably not going to help both of them because one is already good at math. So it's not fair for me to just put all of my resources in getting both of them math teachers. It'd be more beneficial for me to get the one a math tutor that needs help with that, and one maybe, I don't know, put her in extracurriculars if that's something that she's interested in. So I don't know, comment below, let me know what you think. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. Sorry it's late for me welcoming you, but this is just a really interesting situation to me, because it honestly sums up how I feel about having more children with different people, because I don't want my kids to have completely different experiences and see one kid get treated to all these things because their dad is in like a different position. Like, I would break my back making sure that all of my kids have the same things. And at the same time, who am I to block my child's blessings? That is the second part of the video that is like heartbreaking as well, because I mean, for me, I would have just went out and got the other three kids McDonald's, or I would have been like, you know what, you keep that. I'll just go get them all McDonald's or whatever. But I'm probably in a little bit of a different situation. Um, I just, if a child has an opportunity to do something, you know, I want them to be able to explore it. Like, if one child gets a scholarship to go to school, I'm not going to keep that child from going to school because of that. I think the McDonald's was very petty because to get the other kids food, it probably would have only been like an extra $20 at most. And there's a dollar menu. Like, I don't know if it went up because of like inflation, but he probably could have got them like a little bit of something. He could have literally just got them a 20-piece McNuggets with like two large fries and a large drink. They could have split the drink, they could have split the nuggets, and they could have split the two things of fries. Like, it literally would have equaled out to the same thing as like 4 Happy Meals or whatever. There's creative like reasoning. There's just like a little bit of critical thinking when it comes to this to make sure that you're not like punishing children. These are innocent children. I understand that she was responsible for them and she laid down to have them, blah, 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 whatever. But, like, just because someone is not your child doesn't mean that you have to go out of your way to make sure that they know that they're not your child. Like, when I go to my friends' houses and I have food for my child, I ask them, hey, do you want me to get you or your kids and your husband food because we're stopping somewhere? Would you like food? That's just common courtesy. When you go to someone's house and you bring food, you ask to bring food for other people. So I don't know. Please definitely leave your comment as far as like how you're feeling about this conversation and like this whole situation. Let me know, do you agree with me? Do you not? Why? I'd love to hear your hot takes because honestly, I just think that this is very immature. The way she went about it could have been a little bit different, obviously, but at the end of the day, I feel like her message was really solid. Like, that's messed up.